Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Come on, set, 30 base. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch the run. Let's go, hit it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Let's go.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On 1st and 10, Jones. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Now Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Williams able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Golden Tate. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Go. Go.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half in some of these shorter games.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely free. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. $14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones operating from the gun. And he whips that one incomplete there. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Jones now on 1st down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Carson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On first down, Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Check, 47.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
70, Indy. Hey, Foxtrot.
Jones following the fumble recovery. He'll throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From their own 40 to the other 40, the gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To try again after the sack. Wilson, flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Jones, a final shot before break. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And they will not get a chance. Chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Like 20! 54! Like 54! Hey, I'm coming!
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, this is Edmonds. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Like 80!
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kamalei Correa coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a...
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Ryan Succop for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jurrell Casey, gets the sack. After the sack on first down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Roethlisberger. And a throw there going to be incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Come on, let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Check right.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Derrick Henry. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Dancing away at the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football. 1-0.
And now here is another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
60 out now. Hey, Haywood. Ready?
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 41 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is Henry. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They run their...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And some room to work. Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 98 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger is going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now Roethlisberger got an open man. It's Washington. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Jack 16.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Hey, Zoo.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got it. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And a loose football. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for... And now here's another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Now it's Henry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense.
And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to...
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, exit.
Ben to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A first down carry for Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
Came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard. line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Drake. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike, 58. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Able to find Isabella. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Here's Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Buying time to his left. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 45 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. That's going to be caught. A very solid gain of 27.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end, one-handed catch. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. A 3-yard touchdown pass as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray, forced out to his left. He'll run it, and he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Taking it in from 11 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A 4-yard pickup. That gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's another of the Cardinal backs. This is David Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Eddie Goldman with a sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. Touchdown, Cardinals. Charles Clay, 30 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray, and that's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be second down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Murray now on first down. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On second and goal, Murray, touchdown, Arizona. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because
it got his man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 4. Check 4.
They'll run with Drake. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Murray and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Deontay Thompson.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray with a third and long. And Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. First down, a run with Cohen. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken very short. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray going to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Murray now. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, 65 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. They'll try and run for it with Johnson, and he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. That'll be taken in the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cassius Marsh able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd down and goal. Trubisky, and it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Check 52. Pilot, 64. Weak. Hey, Echo.
Here's Trubisky. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll buy some time right. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Throwing now is Murray. Able to find Isabella. The 40, the 20, 10, 5. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. Now this time Murray to throw it. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cassius Marsh in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Throwing now is Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be real.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Back to throw it. Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now Murray, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. One last shot for Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.